All right, what's the best drink to get here when he asked me that question? I don't, huh? What did you say?
I said water. I said beer.
Oh, no, that'll be draft. I'll be Coors Light draft. Okay, here we go.
We remember what you drink. We remember your name. You know, we genuinely care about a lot of people. You know, when you come in, it's not just, hey, Nick, how you doing? And then throw you a coaster, and that's the story of that.
I think we have a good community that's brought in by reaching out to customers and being genuine.
We've created a family atmosphere here, not just because my family is involved in it, but because we get to know people. We want to know about people. We want to see how they're doing in school, where they live. We try to ask them what their future prospects are, you know, what's going on in their lives. Of course, the pub's been here long before I'm the fourth owner. And so the pub had a reputation anyway, and it had a loyal clientele, as you can tell by our pictures on the wall. I'd never seen the place. One of my friends, I was working in Sundance Square, and one of my friends told me there's a bar for sale, you should go look at it. You know, it's location, location, location. And so it was worth a try. I talked to my wife, and although we didn't have any money, we had enough to, you know, get down and get in here. It was time to come in and see if I could be the boss. So 1998 in July, I purchased this through, I paid too much. The guy thinks I paid too little. I was owner for 17 years.
In 98, Dave bought the bar from a man named Bob. And Bob had it for about 10 years, I want to say. He bought it from a man named Elmer. And Elmer was the one who originally started the pub.
Each time there is new ownership, things take a pretty good boost. When the guy that I bought this from, Bob Harshman, he wasn't struggling, but business was down. So when I came in, I had a burst of energy, and people enjoyed me because I wasn't just sitting in a corner somewhere. I was walking around, cleaning things up, talking to people, touching them, picking up dirty glasses and wiping off tables and things, and sweeping and stuff. My children both worked here. My son worked here for 17 years. Kelsey worked here for 16 years. Kelsey still works here, just more in the background. I think it's a pretty good dose of happiness.
I came to work at the pub because my parents made me. Free labor. Well, I started eons ago. I started when I was 17. So back in 2003, I was a door person. So that was pretty intimidating, telling people to not come in because they're not they're not of age. I'm obviously underage. I'm like, ugh. So I'm always gonna say my parents made me work behind the bar. It's jerks.
And then after on my 17th year, you know, after everything becomes work after a while, every job does. And I didn't have quite the energy that I used to have. And so with Bobby and Kelsey and the new bartending staff coming in, that energy level shot way high.
My wife and I purchased the pub back in March of 2017. I am the owner and operator of the University Pub.
I guess I'm the pub mom here at the pub, and a motivator, and a lot of elbow grease went into making it the way it is. First off, knocking down the wall, like the hallway wall, and creating a storefront was the main thing that needed to be done to change this place and to make it is what it is now.
The fact that They put windows in the front so folks could look in instead of walking by going, what's in there?
We knocked down the wall and created it more open and inviting.
The new influx of energy, ideas with Bobby, Kelsey, and the new bartenders, that's been a huge focus on that.
Over the past few years, we've seen the pub go from more of a regular based of just Fort Worth, Fort Worth residents. We've seen it over the past couple of years move more towards the students, which, I'm happy about that. I'm happy to be a place where students can come before, after, hopefully after class, but I think that's what we focused on. I think that we've turned our attention towards being more student friendly than we had been in the past. Just catering more towards them. We open up a little earlier now. We're open on Sundays now. So I think just around the clock they can come by and know that we're here. I think as far as tradition goes here, over the past couple of years, we've been kind of forging our own. I know back in the day, there were some things like a closing time, they would have a saying and whatnot. But yeah, as we've gone on, it's been things like bomb o'clock being one of them.
Oh, what is bomb o'clock? It's magic. It is pure, unadulterated magic. It's every single hour, the top of the hour. I get real excited. Y'all get real excited. Everything just stops for a minute. I pour a bunch of Jaeger bombs, and the whole world is happy.
And then instead of saying "F you, Dave," we say "Thank you, Forrest," which I appreciate just from a manner standpoint.
I grew up with the tradition of the "F you, Dave," and so I always find it really hilarious. So the "F you, Dave" started whenever my dad took over. So it originated with Bob because at last call, it's like, hey, last call, guys. And of course, what are you gonna say whenever you wanna keep drinking? Well, F you. And then whenever my father came in to see how it was on a busy night, he was just standing in the crowd. And so whenever Bob came up to the microphone and said, all right, guys, last call for alcohol, everybody in the whole bar just yells, F you, Bob. And Dad said he got goosebumps and was like, that's awesome. I wonder if they're gonna do that for us.
We had a girl that worked the back door who was kind of pushy. And I said, I want to get this started. See if you can help me. She says, oh yeah, I'll do that all the time. And so she, at last call, people would say, as you said it before, F you, Dave. And it was just her at first, then she brought friends in, it became them. And before long, there are times in here during football season when the crescendo of F you, Dave at the end of the night is so loud, they can hear it through these walls at Buffalo Brothers. And it just gives you chills. It's really kind of fun. But to me, F you, Dave is, I love you, Dave. That's what I think.
My favorite tradition here at the pub would be Wednesday night pint nights.
It'd probably be a new one. It'd probably be Pint night. I think that's my favorite tradition around here. It's been happening for a little while now. People love it. It's always a good time. Everybody enjoys themselves.
What we wanted to do with our Pint nights is pretty much premiere new and local breweries in DFW and then expand from there. And we wanted it to always be in the same day and the same night. So people knew that they could come in and try something new every Wednesday at 9. I think the success from that came from being able to provide them that for the past almost 2 years now.
Pint night, with you pay $5 and get the beer that's on special that night and keep the glass. There are people that come in here that have, I know, cupboards full of glasses over the past year and a half that have made that so successful, and it's a lot of fun for all of us.
Free glassware, man. You buy a beer, fill it up, you get to drink and enjoy this new beer. You get to keep the glass, remember it forever.
it's a destination at that point. You know, word spreads really quick. People want to meet up with their friends. People want to link up for a beer or 2 or 6 or 9.
The companies that come in and sponsor Pint Night, it's most breweries within a 100-mile radius of here. Got a lot of Revolver, got some Wild Acre, Legal Draft was just a couple days ago. Yeah, we've done Deep Ellum, Martin House, Coop Ale Works.
I think the pint nights that do the best are ones that get people involved. You know, there's something besides just pulling a tap handle. Another one of my favorite pint nights was we had a beer from Independence Brewery and called Native Texan. And what we did is it was in a can, and then we built the American flag out of it on the wall. And it was fun because everyone got to like sign their name on the can and then put it up there. And then that'll be something that'll be on the wall of the pub for, you know, God knows how long. So the pub's social media presence has been quite an evolution. First, we didn't have one before 2017.
Pub social media presence, huh? We're on the gram. Let you know about all of our specials, upcoming events, some of the big shindigs and so on. Generally what the Pint Night's gonna be, if you're checking it on Wednesday.
What we wanted to do is just kind of get our name out there and let people know that it's not the same pub where it's just come in and get a pint. It's more inclusive to the area, more inclusive to the students. It started out with Gil running it by me just saying, hey, I need social media. You're 14 years younger than me. You know how to hashtag stuff, so do it. You know, Gil's one of those, you know, wittiest people I've ever met. So it was in good hands. As his role as bartender and bar manager grew, I kind of steered him away from that. You know, he wasn't available to do it as often. So we had to reach out, and we actually got an alumni who just graduated last year. And now he runs our social media, and I couldn't be happier with him.
Well, I think that most of our customers are in that, you know, 21 to 24 age range. And I think that's why it's so important for us to have that you know, that Facebook, that Instagram presence that we have. And I think it does wonders.
You know, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I know what a pickle Rick is.
Turn myself into a pickle, Morty! I'm Pickle Rick!
But I know people who do, and I want them involved. And so that's our social media right there.
I guess one of my favorite nights here was the first disco, the super spooky Halloween party disco. And that was just extremely fun because everybody came in dressed up and they moved all the tables and they just danced all night.
This past Halloween, we had a little disco happen over here, which was a smashing success. Everybody had a great time.
Talking about pub parties, they're more pub discos. So I don't know if you've been to one, but that's the only way to describe it. Back in about summer of last year, we had a couple of guys ask if they could do live music in here. And, you know, they were real timid to ask me, just thinking that I was gonna shoot it down. And I immediately said, yeah, when do you wanna do it?
Copeland and Steven absolutely killed it. It was nuts to butts from back door to front door in here. That was a fantastic, fun night.
It just brings everyone together. Everyone's bringing something else, getting to know each other a little bit better, hang out a little bit more. No, it's made the pub a much better place than it was.
I know that, you know, we're not a large space, but I know that people, you know, like to go to West 7th for music and things like that. You know, I can't do that every night, nor would I do it every week. But as far as choosing an event, you know, we'll do a super spooky Halloween disco or, you know, some crazy Christmas disco. You know, it's always lighthearted. You know, I don't look at it as we're going to turn into Fort Worth's premier club, but to have the pub just scoot a couple tables out of the way and, you know, have some regulars spin some music, I'm a big fan of it. And I think everybody else is too. I think it's one of the more successful things that we've done.
We got the people that bought into it. This place is packed. Hold elbow the whole way through. It's beautiful, something special to see.
And I love to see Copeland do his magic and play some sick tunes. So that was a great time. And I look forward to doing another one, actually.
As far as memorabilia on the wall goes, we've gotten rid of a lot of things that used to be fan favorites, but there were just some things I couldn't get rid of. There's Dick on the wall. I got him a light, so I'm so proud of him.
We have a jukebox that has an app. Little known fact, we got some Pac-Man machines up front. Pool table covered in purple felt, because yeah, purple felt, go frogs.
I think if I had to narrow it down, I think my favorite thing in here is the Budweiser carousel. That was another thing we had to fix and light up, but it's just worth it. I mean, they don't make them anymore, and anybody who sees one that knows what it is tries to offer me. Never enough, but yeah, no, it's not going anywhere.
My favorite thing is the purple pool table that we have. My second favorite thing is probably that cigarette machine that's 30 years older than me. Just because it's not the prettiest thing, but it's got a beautiful aesthetic and people always love it. People always mention something about that cigarette machine. Even if they don't smoke, they always have questions about it.
I think it serves a purpose. You like to have things on the wall that people come in and go, that have been coming in for 20 years or coming in for 8 years, whatever, and say, is that new? No, that's always been up there.
I try to keep it as timeless as possible. So yeah, if it's like some new gimmicky, you're not gonna see a dilly flag in here. So I'm just trying to keep it as simple and timeless as I can. So if you look at the area and the bars that closed down, you know, even over the past 3 or 4 years, I think they all share one thing in common. And towards the end of their tenure, they just stopped caring about it.
A lot of people just assume owning a bar is exceptionally easy. They come in with all these ideas, which are great ideas, but in the end, they don't realize that they're gonna have to be here constantly, that you're gonna have to be there, you have to put so much time and effort and love into this place. It's stayed the test of time, I believe, because it's consistent. We haven't tried to be anything that we're not. And that, again, the people that work here, like we all see everybody as family. Like we don't try to see them just as another number or as another drink that we're making.
I think the fact that we have people here that genuinely care about the customers and each other, we have a great team of people. I think we have fantastic product. I think just having those things alone is enough to have a successful business in this industry.
I see big things. I see a bright future for pub.
I hope Bobby and Kelsey keep it until they're as old as I am. I think they will. Because TCU changes all the time, but it's not going to change that much. They're still going to need some place to come in, settle down, calm down a little bit. I failed a test. I need something to calm my nerves. They're always going to need some place to come in, and Bobby or Kelsey or Gil or Forrest say, "Hi, Chaz, how you doing? Come on in. You look tired."
I see nothing but good things in the future.
I see for the future of the pub a whole lot more pint nights, more Montucky cold snacks, more bomb o'clocks, a whole lot more fun.
I mean, it's lasted this long. It's got some good bones. I don't know. It's like that song. I just love this bar. It's my favorite place.
But I would absolutely say that the pub is one of the better bars in the country.
The pub has stood the test of time for so many years because the house don't fall down.